So lying on your back, hands on your belly. Letting a finger rest in your navel, maybe on one or both hands. Feeling your lungs expand and contract. Notice if your chin is lifted and the back of your neck is compacted. It is. Do your best to draw the back of your head long. Let your toes flop out to start. Letting the breath again move in and out through the nose. Trying to tune out all the distractions of your day and instead letting this rectangle of your mat be a sanctuary where you allow yourself to simply be in this space, this volume of space, this point in time. I know I am a checklist kind of person, so I like creating these lists, and some weeks these lists are so long that it just feels hard to start somewhere, right? You just, too much coming at you, too many emails, phone calls. And so picking a point in time to allow yourself to just be, to tune out all of those distractions, to let your energy, I like to say, defragment and come back into the whole, is one of the most potent reasons why I come back to yoga again and again. Right. Slowly start to draw your knees up towards the ceiling. Plant your feet on the ground. And as you plant your feet on the ground, notice how your hips just gently roll slightly anterior so that the low back starts to press down into the mat. Your sacrum is firmly planted. Then lift the right knee up, plant it over the left, so you've got eagle-like legs. You can heel toe the left foot in towards midline, and then let both knees drop to the left side. So a gentle, or can be a little bit intense really, spinal twist. Take your left hand, use it on the top of the knee to gently guide it down, and then you can extend your right arm out to the right side. Now, if you start to feel any discomfort in your low back, try pulling your knees more up towards your shoulders so that you're lengthening out your spine. Letting your right arm drop out to the right side to anchor your right shoulder. A couple more deep breaths here. Feeling your right chest and pectorals start to stretch open. And a gentle twist in your spine. Now with the bottom leg, that's the left foot, see if you can draw that slightly back behind you. Maybe extend your right leg long. You can use your left hand, find underneath your knee, or maybe start to walk it down towards your calf, ankle, maybe peace finger, so pointer finger and middle finger, finding your big toe, or even the outside of your foot, whichever feels better. Both arms are long. You'll notice your right shoulder can anchor a little bit more into the ground. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose, maybe keeping your eyes closed so that your body can stay heavy and grounded on the mat. And then slowly release that foot. Stack your knees. And then gently come back into center, planting both feet on the ground. Lift your hips up and then recenter them down on the mat. Press your feet into the mat. Extend your arms down by your side and gently press up into a bridge pose. Now, it doesn't have to be a huge lift through the hips, but instead just enough so that you can get your whole spine off the mat and gently lay it back down. Like a strand of beads coming back down, centering on the mat. Right. And then lift your right or left knee up and cross it over your right. Walk your right foot in towards the midline so it stacks up with that line of vertebra. And then drop your knees over to the right side. Use your right hand on the outside of your top knee and extend your left arm long. Sometimes I usually go, I think palm face up, but you can play with whether or not you rotate that arm. Whether or not you gaze up towards the ceiling or over your extended arm, yogi's choice. Start to feel the left pectorals stretch up towards the top of your shoulder. And again, let that right arm anchor your top knee down. All right, then take the bottom knee, just walk it slightly back. So you're using the outside edge of that foot. Make some adjustments, and then extend your left top leg out as far as it'll go. Reach down with your right hand, maybe find the outside bottom of the knee, or potentially you can get a little bit farther, maybe getting outside of your calf, ankle, outside of your foot, or peace fingers around the big toe. Both arms extended. Notice your left shoulder making its way a little bit closer down to the earth. Continue to slowly breathe in and out through your nose. Focusing just on the sensation of breath. How heavy you can be in your body. Nice passive stretch to start. And then slowly let your right hand slip off from whatever it was gripping. Gently bend your left knee, stack your knees. And again, roll back into midline. Press both feet down into the mat and gently press up. Extending arms down by the side, maybe reaching for the outside edges of your mat. Pressing up into a bridge pose. This time, walk your shoulders a little bit more underneath your chest. Press through your feet a little bit more. Anchor your big toe mounds down. Draw your knees forward and the crown of your head long. Starting to stretch the spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently set your spine down. All right, once they come down, press both feet up towards the ceiling. And then pressing the inside of your feet together, see if you can spread your toes. Reach your arms long down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can lift your hips just slightly off of the mat. Reaching your feet straight up towards the ceiling. Lower abdominals working here to give a little bit of lift to those legs. So you're not reaching them overhead and curling your spine. Instead, just the very bottom of your spine is elevated. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press your hands down. Activate your legs. Exhale, stretch them straight up. So it's a very small movement. You just feel as though the seatbelt right at the bottom from hip point to hip point of your abdominal starts to turn on, lift. And then exhale, lower down. Bend your knees, grab your knees and gently draw them into your chest. Now rolling and finding a little bit of a bend in your spine. Hips drawing off the mat. Shift your hands behind your knees and gently rock back and forth. Once you come upright, you'll simply turn and come down onto your belly. Sphinx pose. Press your hands down. Forearms are shoulder width distance apart. Press the tops of your feet down. Let your belly relax down into the mat. So you start to feel all of those digestive organs just compressing slightly into the mat. No activation in the core. Press the tops of your feet down. Legs are strong. Starting to stimulate the belly. Now start to engage your glutes. So legs are super strong. And now turn on your core. Start to use your core to keep your head lifted. Sweep your right and then left arm back behind you. So locust pose. Now your head is going to drop down slightly. Low back and core are active. Feet can start to lift slightly off the mat. And then gaze down, lift the crown of your head forward. Inhale, stretch your toes long. Exhale, reduce the activation in your core to about 80%. Inhale, reactivate. See if you can press your palms towards each other, thumbs down, pinkies up. Exhale, reduce activation about 80%. Draw shoulder blades together on your back. One more time. Inhale, activate your core, find a little lift. And then bring your hands back, plant them underneath your shoulders. Legs still active, tuck your toes. Inhale, press up plank. Keeping your toes tucked, bend your knees slightly. And then press back, downward facing dog. Let the crown of your head drop down. Pedal out your feet slightly, letting one and then the other heel drop. Pedaling out your hips. Keep gripping your finger pads down into the mat. Stretch your arms long. Imagine that you're walking your hips up a ladder, getting longer through the spine. And then exhale. See if you can relax a little bit into the pose. Slow down and then stop your movement. Keep integration by pressing fingers down, elbow tips towards each other. Heels reaching towards the mat. And inhale, slowly sweep the left leg high. Stretch your toes. Let it be an extension of your spine at the same angle as your spine and back. Exhale, bend your knee. Bring thigh to ribs and rock forward. Drawing your thigh up and therefore drawing your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, long. Extend the left leg. Exhale, bend your knee, thigh to ribs, come forward. And now draw the knee across, tap the right elbow. Inhale, lift your left leg long, square your hips. Exhale, come forward, thigh to ribs, left elbow. Inhale, left leg long. Grip your hands into the mat. Exhale, last time, bend your knee, thigh to ribs. This time, pull your knees straight through and plant your left foot down. Tent your fingertips up. Keep your right leg straight and long as you pull your chest through. Inhale and exhale. Plant your right hand down to the mat. This is where you can pull in a block. If you have a block or a prop that is multi-level, maybe keep it on the lower setting for now. If your hand comfortably comes down to the mat, you can just use the mat. And you're gonna pull your left arm up and then extend it up overhead. Do your best to keep your right leg straight, pressing yourself forward so the heel stays over your toe. Left fingertips up. And you want to see if you can get your right hand and your left hand to stack. Open and spread your fingers, and then imagining as though you are receiving a basketball in your palm. Let it start to drop directly back behind you. Take an inhale. And exhale, slowly bring that left hand all the way back down. We're gonna do some slow articulated movements. So sometimes these are called CARs, controlled articulated rotation in this left shoulder. So left arm is down, then you're gonna bring it back behind you as though you could reach for your right foot. Start to sweep it up towards the ceiling and then forward and down. Let your fingertips graze down. Keep your left knee stacked over your left ankle. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down. And step back, downward facing dog. Grip your fingertips into the mat, lift your hips high, inhale. Exhale, draw your heels down. Moving on to the right side, inhale, slowly lift the right leg up. Spread your toes, let your right leg be an extension of your spine, same angle. Exhale, bend your knee, thigh to ribs. Forward. Press your thigh up into your ribs, and therefore spine up in towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen right leg back, extend it long. Exhale, bend your knee, come forward, cross the leg, tap left elbow. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, bend your knee, come forward, tap right elbow. Inhale long. Exhale, bend your knee, thigh to ribs, come forward, and then plant the right foot down. Tent your fingertips, gaze forward, nice long lunge, drawing your knee over your ankle, keeping the left leg super long. Then ground down your left hand, again maybe using a block, placing it under that hand, and swim your right arm up. Do your best to keep this right knee in, so don't let it rock or the weight move to the outside edge. Keep it firmly planted. Left and right arm both perpendicular to the ground. Keep your left leg strong. Lift the heel so it stacks over your toes. Inhale and exhale. So gaze can be up at those fingertips or forward, down to the ground, whatever helps you keep your balance. And then spreading your right palm, imagine as though you were receiving a basketball, let it drop directly back behind you. Trying to keep it still within the same plane as the left. Inhale. Come forward, let your fingertips drop down. Still keep the weight in the left hand, and we're gonna, again, do these big windmills. Draw your right arm back. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back, up, and then starting your exhale, letting it come back down. One more time, inhale, and exhale, down. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet just slightly. And then you're gonna look up at your hands and walk your hands one handprint back. So you're in a shorter down dog, and potentially your heels now are a little bit closer to the mat. Pressing through the left hand, tent your right fingertips up. Maybe start to hover the right hand. If that feels good and your left arm feels strong, pressing it into the mat, you can sweep your right arm back between your legs, and then eventually to the outside of your left leg. So it's crossing under. Again, you can capture the outside of your knee, calf, or ankle, grip on, and then pull your chest and your gaze down underneath your left armpit. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop your head down more, potentially twist a little bit deeper underneath your arm. Keep pressing through the left hand. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Gently release the right hand. Place it down next to the left. You still have that nice short down dog. Find an evenness between both palms. And then really spread and anchor the right palm. Pull the left palm up, fingertips down. Keep a gentle bend in your knees. Maybe start to hover the left hand. Again, keep pressing through the right. Sweep the left hand back between the legs to start. And then if you can, cross it underneath, finding the right knee outside of the right shin, potentially ankle. Inhale, press into the right, find length. Exhale, gaze under the right armpit and pull yourself through. We'll take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly release. Bring both hands down to knee and walk yourself to the front of your mat. Let's get off those hands. Inhale, pull yourself up halfway lift. Exhale, gently bend your knees, forward fold. Now if you have your props, make sure they're just somewhere near the front of your mat. And again, you can have just one, that's fine. Or if you have 2, frame your mat. Inhale again, lift up halfway, pause. Press down through your feet. Lift your toes up, ground your heels down, and lift your spine up so that you feel like you are parallel with the floor below you. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Feel your hamstrings here working to hold you up. Maybe get a little bit light in your hands. You can even let them drop. Inhale and exhale, fold. Press through your feet, gently unroll your spine. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And then exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, arms up. Now sink down the line of your arms all the way to your hips. I want you to do your best to imagine your hips are pinned in space, facing forward on the mat. With your arms raised overhead, start to drop the left hand behind you, right arm forward. Now keep your hips where they are, maybe even bend your knees a little bit, and let this rotation occur from your hips up to your shoulders. So hips stay forward and shoulders are rotating. Gaze can also start to look over to the left side. Inhale, bring both arms back up like a windmill. Your knees, imagine that you are setting the bottom half of your body in a concrete form. It cannot move. Exhale, drop the right arm back, left arm forward. So hips stay square forward, shoulders are opening, gaze can be over to the right side of your mat. I like to do just to the side, and if I let my gaze go to the right fingertips, I notice that my left hip starts to come forward. So sometimes bringing too much rotation between shoulders and neck can really pull those hips out of alignment. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, fold. Again, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, draw your left leg high. Exhale, bend the knees, thigh to ribs. Roll forward, shoulders over wrists, and then plant your left foot down. Again, keep your right knee lifted, right leg super strong. Inhale, bring both of your arms up, set your shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, lower your hips down. Keep that right leg super strong, again, heel lifted. And now in the twist, or in the lunge rather, I find it's a lot easier to keep your hips square to the front of the mat because of this back right leg. Slowly start to drop the left hand back behind you, right arm forward. Arms parallel with the ground, and then gaze to the left side. Inhale. Exhale, can you lower your hips a little bit deeper? Keep that right leg strong, heel lifted so that you're shifting the weight to ground into the left foot as well. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Bring it down to the outside of your left knee. Bring the left hand on top, prayer twist, so facing you. Looks like this. So I guess this is prayer twist. I like the variation of fist on the bottom, hand over the top, just like rock, paper, scissors. Rochambeau. Okay. Start to lift that left elbow up. So forearms are parallel with the floor. Inhale, draw your navel in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, press it in, bring more of your right forearm to the outside of your left knee. Now, if you have a block, you'll place it to the outside of that left foot. Place your right hand down on that block and draw the left arm back and then up. Inhale. So revolved lunge. Left hand stacks on top of right. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that right leg strong and straight. Open your chest on the left side. Crown of the head is an extension still of the spine. Exhale, bring the left arm forward. Plant it down. Untwist. Plant both hands. And step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, come down to your knees. Walk your hands forward for Anahata Asana, heart melting pose. Forehead down, arms long. If you'd like to, you can again tense your fingertips. Elbows are lifted off the mat. And your hips should stay high, right over your knees, so that your spine drapes down off of that high point. And your chest and heart starts to open and melt. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, breath in. And out. If your palms are lifted, bring them back down. Walk your hands back in under your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, thigh to rib. Come forward, hands and shoulders stack, and then set your right foot down. Keep your left leg super straight. Make sure you have a block or prop within reach. And inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. And make sure that you're shifting forward, knee over ankle. Left leg super strong and straight. Breathe in and out. And inhale. And exhale. Keeping your hips square. Start to reach your left fingertips forward and right fingertips back. Arms, trying to float them so that they're parallel with the ground. Whee. Twist is happening between hips and shoulder. Breathe in and out. Stretch your fingertips a little bit farther. Inhale, pull your energy in. Find it concentrate in your core. Exhale, expand. You can even try doing that with your fists. Inhale, make fists, draw in. Flex your biceps. Exhale, extend your fingertips out. Inhale, draw in, make fists. Exhale, out. This time, make a fist with just the left hand, the front hand. Bend your elbow and bring it outside your right knee. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, prayer twist, making a fist and then full palm over the bottom twist. Inhale, rock forward, press through that back leg. Bring your right elbow up. Exhale, twist. Now, if you notice that you're resting your torso on your leg, see if you can slightly pull back in this prayer twist. And then start to extend the left arm down, finding that block. Sweep the right arm back. Inhale up. So the hand and the leg stack. Crown of the head is long. Revolved high lunge. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And out. Slowly bring the arm forward and down. Untwist. And then lower the left knee down to the mat. Shift back. So you straighten your right leg. For Ardha Hanumanasana, you can take a prop, bring it to the inside, or if you have two, frame your right foot. You can also just have fingertips down on either side of your shin. Inhale. Exhale, folding, bending your elbows as much as is possible. Noticing if you're getting your forehead closer to the shin by simply rounding your spine, or if you're hinging at your hip. So you want your right ribs and right thigh to get a bit closer to each other, not just forehead to shin. Keeping your spine long. Grip down, press through that right heel. Do your best to draw that right femur head back. Inhale. Exhale. Again, deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Maybe close the eyes. Allow your right hamstring to open. Slowly bring your right foot back down to the mat, bending your right knee. Plant your hands, lift your left knee, step back, down dog. Simply switch legs, bring your left foot forward, coming briefly into a lunge, and then lower your right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, start to straighten your left leg, pulling your left femur head back, pulling your left toes off the mat, drawing in any props that you need to support yourself in Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Inhale, lift up, and notice if you're curling in your spine, take out that curl, keep spinal extension, lengthening, and then fold, hinging at the hips. Pull your left femur head back, ground down through your right knee, left heel. Feel for your breath coming down into your ribs, letting them expand, feeling that expansion maybe on your left thigh. Another inhale and exhale. Inhale, gently pull yourself up from the fold. Plant your left foot down. Plant your hands, tuck your right toes, lift up into a lunge, and then move both hands to the inside of your left foot. Start to walk your hands around to the right side, slowly straightening both legs, coming into a wide leg forward fold to the side of your mat. Make sure that your toes are lining up, heels are lining up, hips are square, your torso is bisecting, and then press your hands down into the mat, lift up halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift it up halfway again, inhale. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Pressing your hands down into the mat to draw your torso down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, find your deepest fold. Press your feet down actively into the mat. Maybe walk hands to the outside of your feet. Gently pull yourself down. Reaching the crown of your head towards the mat. And then move your hands back under your shoulders. You're going to take so I'm not going to mirror you on this because I think I would turn myself into a backward pretzel. You're going to take your right hand, walk it underneath your left. Underneath that armpit towards the left foot. Once you get a hold of your left ankle, keeping a gentle bend in your knees, inhale, sweep your left arm up. Start to open your chest, reach your left arm up overhead, reach, and then you'll probably have to release on the right arm for your left hand to find your right ankle. Pull your right arm through, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, start to draw it forward, overhead, reach, and then come back to the left foot. Pull your left arm out, reach it up, stretch it overhead and forward, reach, lengthen, and find your right foot. Continue to move, inhale, pulling up, finding the foot, exhale. Inhale, pulling your arm through, reaching up and for the other. Inhale. Exhale, find the opposite foot. Continue to move. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find the opposite foot. Last time, left arm comes up and finds the right foot. Then move both hands to your low back. Bend your knees. Find your hips. Inhale slowly. Come all the way up. Whew. Side bodies are so long. Inhale, reach your arms up, star pose. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach both of your arms up. And then exhale, fold. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Left leg should be forward. Pivot on your left foot. So your left toes now point towards the front of the mat. Take the back right leg, walk it in just a little bit, and bring your right toes towards the right side of your mat. Walk your hands to the inside of your left foot. And then find a blocker prop. Place it to the outside of your left foot. Left hand will stack on that block. Inhale, sweep your right arm forward. And then up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So we're building it from the bottom up. Left and right hand stack. I like to activate my left toes, pull them up, so that there's a gentle bend in this extended leg and I'm not locking out and hanging on it. Instead, gentle bend, nice stretch in the side body. And then bring your right hand back down. If you only have one prop, you're gonna take that prop with you. Come back into your wide leg, forward fold. Left toes come back to the side of the mat. Move your prop to the other side, and then walk your hands to the right or the back of your mat. Pivot on your right heel and plant your right foot down so it's running parallel with the side of your mat, toes pointing towards the back. Left foot, the front foot, you'll heel toe it in, one footprint, and then angle those toes off to the side of the mat. Take your prop to the outside of your right foot and plant your right hand on top of it. This leg is straight, but again, find a gentle bend in your knee, pull your toes back, sweep your left arm forward, and then up to the spot where they stack. Keep doing your best to pull that right femur head back, keep that right leg active. Torso will be about parallel with the ground, arms perpendicular. Trikonasana, triangle pose. All right, this is fun, but what does this have to do with twisting? So we have nice open hamstrings, stacked shoulders. Now when we go back, we're going to revolve this. So much like we've been doing the whole class up to this point, but I think it's kind of good to feel triangle before we go into revolve triangle. So you're gonna bring that left hand back down. If you are working with one prop tonight, then you'll bring the prop with you. If you're working with two, then you can leave that there where it is. Come back to a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, exhale, fold. So this will be our little reset between. Inhale, press up halfway. Exhale, start to walk yourself forward. Pivot on those left toes, or left heel rather, so left toes point forward. Both hands to the inside of the left foot. Step the right foot in, right toes out to the right side of the mat. Draw the left femur head in. Now you're going to bring that block to the inside of your left foot. Place your right hand down on that block. Take your thumb on your left hand, draw it up your left leg until you find your hip crease. Pull that left hip crease back. Move your hand to your low back. You want your hips to essentially be square to the front. Now, once you get your foundation set, you can imagine that you are casting it in stone, in concrete. Keep that there. Extend the left arm behind you. Then slowly windmill it up. Ooh, becomes a little bit trickier with balance. If you want to, and you have a multi-level prop, you can always pull it up to the higher level. Press down through the right hand to extend the left arm up. Pull the left femur head back. Try and keep your hips square. Open your chest. Exhale. Draw your navel back in towards your spine. Take another breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the left hand forward and down. Take your prop, move it off to the side. Walk yourself back through. Parivrtta, wide leg, forward fold. Both toes facing towards the side of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees, fold. And inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Okay, lift up halfway. Start to walk yourself down to the back of the mat. Pivot on the right heel. Right toes point towards the back of the mat. Left heel pivots, or left toes pivot in and a little bit closer, closing off your stance. Take your prop, place it to the inside of your right foot. Plant your left hand down on that prop. Doing your best to keep your right leg, that extended leg, engaged, not locking out in the knee. And for me, toes pulling up. So just the ball of my foot is pressing down. Reminds me to keep this leg active. It's very hard to lock out and do that. All right, then taking your right thumb, draw it up your right leg, find your hip crease and pull that right hip back. So you're giving yourself a nice manual adjustment here. You might notice that back heel gets a little bit light. See if you can keep anchoring down on that back heel. If this doesn't feel great on your knee, you can always come into more of a high lunge, feet in railroad position. And pressing down through that left hand, start to move your right hand to your hips. You should have a good idea as to whether or not they feel centered or maybe a little bit out to the side. Recenter, set your base, cast it, pin it in space, then sweep the right arm back behind you and up. Press into that left hand. Start to open your chest and shoulders to the right side. Pull your hips back and long. Press down through that back heel. Reach your right arm up. Draw the crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale. Can you pull those right fingertips more up? Maybe draw them back slightly. Deep breath in. Exhale. Twist a little bit deeper. One more time. Inhale. Notice if you're locking out that front leg. Instead, keep it micro bent and strong. Exhale. Inhale, right arm forward and down. Move the block away. Come back to wide leg forward fold. Inhale. And exhale, fold. And this time, take your hands, bring them together on your low back. Clasp your palms, gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, open your chest, maybe letting your wrists leave your low back, and then exhale, fold forward. Letting the crown of your head drop down towards the mat, finding balance between toes and heels. Feeling all of that tingling sensation of so much mental awareness in the body. Balance, strength, extension. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bring your hands back down to your low back. Let them break. Plant your hands down on the mat. Walk your hands forward to the front of the mat. Lower your right knee down. And then sit down to the outside of your right foot. We're just going to do a gentle seated twist. So here, I'll mirror you. So as left leg was forward, sit your hips down and back to the inside of that heel and draw your left knee in, and then you'll plant that left foot to the outside of the right knee. Just a gentle seated twist. Bring your left hand down behind you. Inhale, right arm up. And then exhale, elbow outside of your knee. You can also place your hand grabbing the outside of that left knee to find your twist. You can also, if you want, take a block and sit down onto that block or prop. And that'll make the twist a little bit less intense. Slowly unwind. Plant now your right hand down behind your spine. Bring your left arm to the inside of your left knee and open your chest. So this is like the untwist. Unwind, extend both legs. And then you'll bring your left knee in, heel towards the right glute. Bend your right knee. Sit up here so you feel both hip points on the ground, and then place that foot to the outside of your knee. Again, if you liked it, you can elevate your hips on a block. Take your right hand, place it down right at the base of your spine. Inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, finding the twist. Either knee outside or elbow outside of your knee, or gripping onto the outside to pull yourself into that twist. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, breathe in and out. And slowly release, replacing your right hand with your left, and then taking the right hand to the inside of the right knee, opening your chest up. Slowly unwind your twist. Extend both legs. And then bring them straight forward. Bend your knees just a little. If you'd like to, you can also bring a prop underneath your knees. You're going to do just a seated forward fold. Both hip points rooted down into the mat. Extend your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Drawing your navel in. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hinge. Arms still in line with your torso. One more time, inhale, back up. Last time, exhale, hinge. This time you can let your hands come down, finding either backs of the knees, calves, maybe ankles, but not compromising the rounding in your low back. We'll get there. Grip onto something, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold. Try and keep your spine nice and straight. Hinging again at the hips, Not rounding in the back. Inhale. Exhale. Come down a little bit deeper. If you have a prop, you might want to bring it in. Inhale. Exhale, fold. This time letting your spine round. And if you'd like to, you can place a prop down either on top of your knees or onto the mat between your legs to let your forehead rest down on something. Find a little awakening, a little tingling maybe in your spine as your back body opens. Passively letting yourself hang here, hopefully with the support of something under your forehead. Keep that connection with fingers into some part of your legs so that there is a cycle of energy. As you inhale, letting the energy rise up your spine, out your forehead or fingertips. And then from your fingertips or your forehead down, either through the block to your legs or fingertips into your legs. Inhale again, imagine that energy growing up your spine. And exhale, dropping into your legs, coming back to your hips. Trace that cycle again. Each exhale, feeling yourself come down closer to the mat. Last time, deep breath in and out. And letting your hands drop down to the mat. Inhale, slowly unfold. Torso coming back up. And then you'll just gently lower yourself back down onto the mat. You can again bend your knees just slightly. Lowering onto forearms. And then slowly all the way down. Pull your feet in. Knees up towards the ceiling. Hands down by your side. Inhale, gently lift your hips up. Doesn't have to be big. Just enough to get almost your whole spine off the ground. Draw your knees forward and then slowly set your spine down. Hips come down. Extend your legs. Let your toes drop out. Peel your palms up towards the ceiling. Draw your shoulders together under your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Let your body get heavy. Allow yourself to sink deeper into the mat. Letting any last tensions in your body roll off your fingertips, off your toes. Feel your low back and hips, shoulders, heels and palms. Relax into the mat. Let the potency of the last 60 minutes, the attention, the acute awareness that you spent, pool and concentrate deep in your core, deep in your heart, deep in your mind. so that as you lift yourself off of the mat, you feel whole and put back together again. And wiggling your fingers and toes, feeling that outline of your body, of your vessel. And gently pull your knees up towards the ceiling, planting your feet down. And let them drop gently to one side. Rolling over, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Run your hands down your legs, again retracing the lines of your body, feeling those edges. And feeling the energy that you have harvested and recollected in that vessel. Draw your hands together to heart center. You can inhale. Pull your thumbs up to third eye center. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.